Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals, strength in every storm, building dreams that last.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Happy Friday here on X Sports Today. AJ Good with Michael Marks and Hayden Burks. Guys, we're here at the close of the weekend, and Friday news dump is a real thing. We have some of us has recovered from getting up early to watch Happy Gilmore. And we are very thrilled, happy. A lot of kind of throwbacks to nostalgia, a lot of celebrity cameos. Some you're ready for, some you are not ready for. And it makes it great. Just your overall thoughts. We're going to talk movies later, but your overall thoughts on
I'll just go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
do that for the whole segment.
I was asking if you watched and you said you haven't. I said, well, I can't give any spoilers.
Yeah.
But no, overall, I thought it was a really funny movie.
Yeah.
A really good callback to the original movie. A lot of moments that you see, throwbacks to the old movie.
Yeah.
People like you said that you see in the movie, you're like, holy crap. They're in the movie, and like actors and stuff like that, and just a bunch of funny scenes. Obviously, Adam Sandler movie, a lot of big names in there, big golfers too as well. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, DeChambeau's in there as well.
Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas is in there, and so it's just a really, really funny movie. And looking at it from the trailers, it didn't look like one of the kind of those little throw off things that we've seen where.
Well, there's some Adam Sandler movies where you watch the trailer and you're like, "Ooh, this was not one of those."
No, it was not. Yeah, but I mean, you just kind of look at like some movies in the past, like Space Jam, and with Space Jam 2, and that was just awful.
Yeah,
and some people probably get worried about that stuff, but in my book, that was a really good movie. So I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was hilarious.
I had a lot of fun. I mean, there, like I said, there's one celebrity cameo you're not ready for.
Oh, yeah.
And when he comes out, it's like, oh, my gosh, it's the greatest idea, and he was perfectly cast for that. But not going to give away too many spoilers. Well, guys, let's get into the news of the day. Got a lot of college sports stuff going on. First, we're getting a little political here. Not a little, a lot.
A lot, actually.
President Donald Trump has directed members of his cabinet to develop a plan the next 30 days aimed at preserving college sports opportunities and preventing college athletes from becoming professionals, according to an executive order he signed on Thursday. Trump's order sets out specific guidelines for preserving athletic scholarships based on the athletic department's annual revenue. It also declares that the schools should not permit athletes to accept third-party pay-for-play payments. The order states the Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, should use, it's just funny to say that, should use future federal funding decisions, among other tools, to force schools to abide by the administration's policy. The NCAA has always prohibited pay-for-play payment from third parties. In the past several years, college sports leaders have struggled to find ways to stop boosters at the industry's wealthiest schools from paying athletes via contracts that are endorsement deals on paper but function in reality as de facto salaries. So our president is trying to do what the NCAA doesn't want to do, and that's really we're going to have NIL, but you're also trying to preserve college athletics right now. Good luck. That's going to be difficult to do. I don't know how much faith I have in it. I give him a hand clap for wanting to try to tackle this, but I don't know. I'm just in wait and see mode with this whole thing.
In all practicality, like on paper, this is a great idea because I mean it's going to eliminate the boosters pretty much calling somebody up from a different school and saying, "Hey, we'll give you a little more money if you come up here." And then another thing that it's doing that isn't really on the forefront is the what it's going to do to scholarships for non-revenue and women's sports to try to keep them from with the scholarships with the last ruling, it was kind of taking them away, so to speak. This is going to allow for non-revenue and women's sports to continue to try to grow. But I think like on paper this is great for college football because we have a problem with Texas and Ohio State and teams like that paying $30 and $40 million to build a team when nobody else can really keep up with that. So I think it's just trying to level the playing field a little bit. It's just I think it's going to be very hard to enforce. And what are the penalties going to be for a team that breaks these rules? How serious are we getting?
Yeah, I mean, just overall, when we talked about lunch, Michael, what it could look like. I think like y'all said, I think it's a good idea on paper. Like I said, I applaud President Trump for trying to do something like that, but I just don't know if it's going to really come into effect immediate, just because I think, I told Michael, I said, it's not a baseline, but it's a blueprint to make a baseline for it. So, it's just going to be one of those things we're going to have to kind of really read what the writing says on the paper. How far is this going to go? But, I think it's a step in the right direction, but it's just it's a baby step. That's what it is.
And it's obviously not. This isn't over today. Obviously, I mean, this is going to be going weeks on, months, maybe even years on down the line to try to benefit both the players and the schools and the fans and try to make everybody happy, which is impossible. But I think it's a step in the right direction because I mean we've seen over the past 2 or 3 years that NIL has become a more of a problem than a solution. So I'm glad to see that we're starting to take a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I applaud them for wanting to tackle this. I don't have much faith, and it's not who's in charge. Yeah. It's what you're going up against. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And no matter who the president is, this is a very tall task to take on and a very difficult task. And when you're cutting a lot of certain programs, not necessarily, especially when you're dealing with the Department of Education, which with your whole base and everything is saying, defund the Department of Education, but you want them to tackle this. Like you're talking out of both sides of your mouth here, which is what I have a major problem with. But again, I applaud them for wanting to try this. I want to see how serious they're going to take this and I want to see if they really know what they're trying to wrangle. Like, these aren't sheep you're trying to put in the pen with guard dogs. These are Clydesdales and pretty pissed off bulls that you're trying to get,
Johnny Knoxville and the bull.
I mean, this isn't, Charlie Baker, the president of the NCAA, coming out and saying something. This is the president of the United States.
Right.
This is a big deal. So, what are the penalties going to be? Because there's going to be somebody that doesn't take this seriously and steps over the line. How drastic are we going to take it? Is this going to be some serious death penalty type stuff that we saw at SMU in the 70s,
or is it
a slap on the wrist?
Did this guy donate to enough politicians that he just gets a slap on the wrist or gets nothing at all?
Exactly.
That's very very well could happen.
Politics are dirty, and when you add
College
sports, especially college football,
Yeah.
into politics, it's mud. It's
Yeah.
just mud at that point. So, some other college news, guys. This one you think we got a break from realignment. It's starting to rear its ugly head again. Reports UNC and Clemson are wanting to get to the SEC, which would obviously be a big loss for the ACC. They might be starting to poach some other conferences. One of the teams represented here on this table could be one of the teams that they're trying to poach. I don't know. It's good move, bad move, or is this obviously this is UNC and Clemson leading the charge. This isn't the SEC leading this charge because I think the SEC is pretty set, like they like where they are right now. But obviously UNC and Clemson want to get in that big conference with the big money and the big notoriety.
I think it's going to come down to, if you add North Carolina and Clemson, that puts the total of SEC teams to 18, which is exactly what the Big Ten has, which I think is terrible. I think even adding Oklahoma and Texas is putting too much into the SEC or having too many teams. So if you're going to add a North Carolina and a Clemson, you might have to – I'm not sure if the SEC has the power to do this, but maybe ask some teams to leave or not renew their contracts, whatever it may be, because I do think 18 teams is too many. But, you're getting some good stuff with North Carolina and Clemson. Obviously, you got two great coaches, Dabo Swinney and Bill Belichick. I'm not sure how long Belichick will be at UNC.
Right.
But, obviously, you're getting two pretty good basketball programs. North Carolina wasn't great last year, but it's UNC. They're going to be good. Clemson's been good as of late. Baseball, you're getting two good programs. So, and the practicality of trying to make the SEC stronger, I think it's great. But I also think that you are going to end up with too many teams in the SEC, and it's just going to become a mega conference like it probably will be in the next decade or so. Yeah. So, but I understand North Carolina, Clemson, even Florida State trying to leave the ACC unhappy with the financial disparity with how much money you're bringing in and stuff like that. So they have a valid reason for wanting to leave, but I'm not sure if jumping to the SEC is exactly what both sides need in this.
Well, just overall, you look at Clemson, North Carolina, and like you said, they're the ones leading the charge in this. I don't think the SEC is in no rush to bring them in unless, we're talking high-value money.
Well, Greg Sankey's already said that after Oklahoma and Texas, he's not looking to add any more. But
I don't.
But money will talk.
Money talks, and I just, like I said, I'm with you, Michael. I think it's going to be one of those things where 18 teams is way too much because, you're not going to play,
Well, you're already losing a bunch of rivalries with how they're changing the football scheduling coming up.
And how many times? Because with the new rule about you can keep 3 teams on your schedule, is that going to be cut down to 2? Is that going to be only 1 rivalry week and that's it? So
and then when you look at say they do take them, well now the ACC's got to bring in 2 teams, which that would look like West Virginia and Cincinnati since they're
right
geographically
there.
it makes a lot of sense. And then now the Big 12 is going to have to go poach a couple teams, and then it's
they might have to go get a Memphis
or a Missouri from the SEC.
That's true. Maybe
they can go back to
Arkansas
the Big 12,
exactly.
or A&M's not
A&M
going anywhere, but. There could be a lot of dominoes. There's a lot of dominoes in like the group of 5 and the FCS ranks. There's been a lot of changes
because we've seen a lot of teams make the jump up. We've seen Delaware make the move from FCS to FBS. Missouri State
joining Conference USA. So it could get crazy again. I personally don't like the move because Clemson brings you football and baseball. Outside of that, not much. UNC brings you basketball. On the men's and women's side, football is hit or miss. Baseball is pretty good, and outside of that, the occasional softball year that's pretty good.
But then when you
swimming and diving,
well, you throw UNC in. You look at UNC, and they're typically a 6 to 8 win team in the ACC. That could be a 4 or 5 win team in the SEC. You got to realize that,
worse than that.
It could be. You could be looking at 0-8 in the conference.
There's just going to be too many teams,
and that's going to look bad on the SEC's part for bringing a team in that's going to struggle that much.
And this is a money move.
Yes,
especially when you look at North Carolina, they kill so many rivalries.
Yep.
You have NC State, Duke.
Wake Forest is even a rivalry
down the line, so it kills too much. Some more college football stuff. Just going to read the article. Can't wait to see your reactions to this. In his first public comments since his tumultuous transfer from Tennessee to UCLA in April, Bruins quarterback Nico Ilian Waka Waka.
There we go. I was waiting for it.
Thursday, the decision to leave the Volunteers was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made. My driving factor to come back home was my family, and I hope every Tennessee fan understands that. Ili Malialova said to the Big Ten Media Days, it was just a lot of drama, but man, I'm excited to be at UCLA. Ili Malialova Nico made multiple references to false reports about him while at Tennessee that centered on him and his representation wanting higher NIL compensation. The Long Beach, California native remained steadfast that the main motivation for his move was not money, but proximity to his family, so the reports made him feel not comfortable in the position he was in. I just think the outside world in general thinks it was something that it wasn't. Nico told ESPN, going back home was always in the back of my head, just being close to my family. It took a toll on getting my family to Tennessee. It was just a lot of traveling.
Well, if you saw the look on his face when he said, this was a very hard decision for me to make. I mean, it was. Now, I would agree with him if all the stuff that has come out hadn't come out, especially with Kirk Herbstreit the other day talking about how, Nico's father had a meeting with Josh Heupel and said, you need to get better around us or you're going to have a hard time keeping us here. And, obviously we see what has come from that. It's a bad look on him to come back and say, I always wanted to go back home, because that makes it look like last year meant nothing to you.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, though. There are some people that are, they do get homesick when they're playing away from, where they're from. Obviously, California kid.
He's going from SoCal to Knoxville, which is polar opposites.
Yeah.
But other people have done that before.
Yes.
But there's also, like you said, when it comes to family, I guess you spell family with D-A-D.
Yeah.
That was, I'm sorry, just his dad was the deciding factor
100%.
in everything. Yeah. Like, he was basically, the guy. And he lost money off of it, too. So, I mean, I can't remember what the number was. I'm sure you remember, Michael.
It was somewhere around, it went from 2.4 to like 1.5 million.
Yeah. And still, you look at California state tax and all that stuff.
So
I mean,
it's just a lot more than $900K.
It's not a bad look on Tennessee at all now because they moved on and nobody's bigger than the T, the power T. But overall, I think that I'm not rooting against Nico Maliava, but there's just it's going to be haunting him for the rest of his college career.
Well, and my whole opinion on the whole situation, I waited till after that. Thursday was when Thursday afternoon of that week was when the report started coming out that maybe he was unhappy. And then Friday skipped practice. Saturday wasn't at the game. Sunday it entered the transfer portal. I waited for all that to kind of transpire before I formed an opinion on anything. And the only thing that stayed constant is I feel bad for the kid for the situation his father put him in because none of this has looked like it was his decision to leave. It looked like he got put in such a bad situation that he had to leave. Yeah. And with the. Because everybody's saying, we wanted better players, and he goes to UCLA that scored, I think, more than 17 points once last season. So it's not like he was going to better talent. It's just they were willing to take a former five-star quarterback who wanted to come back home who got put in a bad spot.
Yeah, and it's just, like you said, the timing of it was terrible. If he would have done this at the start of spring football,
listen,
I think we could be a little bit more understanding.
If he skipped town before the playoff game, sure, we would have been mad, but it would have made sense. If he wanted to go home and try to make more money or whatever the reasons were.
At some point, Nico needs to be a man, grow up, and get daddy out of his own business. Yeah. Like that never. How many professional athletes right now in any of the big sports have their daddy as their agent?
Sanders.
Look how.
I was about to say the only athletes I can think of that have something similar to that would be Shador or Bronny.
And look how that's
turning out. So let that be known to everybody that's watching this. Daddy ball. Once you get to that professional level, that's you got to be out of the picture.
Once you're 18, you're your own man. You're a grown man.
He needs to be his own man. If he loved Tennessee that much, which I think he did, he should have stayed and said, "Dad, just go back to California, stay over." Like, be a man, grow a pair, and tell your daddy to butt out your business.
And that's the thing, because you look at the way he, because there were obviously some plays like the last play at Arkansas where you're like, dude, does this guy even want to be here? But then you see him, get his helmet cracked twice against Ohio State, played the Georgia game probably with a concussion, and he took a lot of hard hits. I think he wanted to be in Knoxville, but obviously with that meeting that happened in December kind of burned a bridge that couldn't be built back.
The kid's tough. I give him that. He's tough.
Well, guys, coming up next, we're going to be talking sports movies. We're going to be playing Underrated or Overrated. That's when we return.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes, with coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision. Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Juarez Tile Pros and Remodeling can help you with all your home remodeling and construction needs. They specialize in custom walk-in showers and floors, and no job is too big for their expert team. Licensed and insured, call Juarez Tile Pros and Remodeling today, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. Michael Marks, Hayden Burks. I'm AJ. Good guys. We're talking sports movies. We talked earlier in the show. Me and him have seen the new Happy Gilmore. He hasn't seen it yet, but
I'll probably watch it whenever I get home.
Yeah,
today.
I would say that's that'll be the first thing I do after I mow the yard.
I've got the babies until my wife gets home at 6, but we still got to put the babies down before I get the chance to watch it again. But we're going to play a little game, underrated and overrated, when it comes to sports movies, and we'll start off with the first version of the movie we were just talking about. What about Happy Gilmore?
I think it's underrated, really. It's kind of one of those movies that just kind of really took off. That was when Adam Sandler was a younger guy, too, kind of getting his name out there. And overall, I think there's a lot of, it's one of those movies that gets funnier and funnier each time you watch it. And like I said yesterday, with how golf is now, this year, how it's growing popularity, more people are starting to play, and this movie that came out today, I mean, it's been good for golf, and I'm going to say, it's been very overrated, or underrated, excuse me.
Yeah, and I'm going to agree with you, just from the hype that was built for Happy Gilmore 2, and all we had to base off of it was a movie from 30 years ago, and this movie's blown up as big as it has. I have to say underrated. I mean, it's a because people look at Adam Sandler movies with a bit of disdain, because he's, all his movies are kind of the dumb comedy movies in such a way. But I mean, I mean, Happy Gilmore is as good as it gets when you go old Adam Sandler movies. It's as good as you get.
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, there's no particular order here. I've got a whole list of movies off of Google, and I'm just going to go through them. Remember the Titans.
Very underrated as well, in my opinion. I know a lot of people. There's probably going to be bits and pieces about it's very overrated because the whole story is not completely true. Yeah. They did lose that state championship game in real life, but then again, I think in my opinion, it's very underrated just because the lessons it teaches you in life when it comes to during that time frame. With the blacks and whites, and just overall learning how to bond and become a team, and that's the perfect definition of a team coming together and just joining together and show how good they can be together.
Yeah, and as a sports movie, it's overrated, but as a movie in general, like you talking about with the desegregation of high schools in Virginia, I think it's a great movie. It teaches you, the bond that a sports team can have, and how because. The players didn't like each other at the beginning, but as they got into the season, I mean, you couldn't tell who was a white player, who was a black player, while the hatred on the outside. I mean, because that was the whole point of the movie. It's this team bonded together and came closer together, while everybody on the outside was still fighting the old war.
Overrated.
Yeah, I'm with you.
My wife is really going to hate me for that. I think it's her favorite sports movie. The historical inaccuracies really drive me crazy.
And that's why I went with Overrated.
That's why I think a lot of people would say both sides.
But I like watching the movie. That's the thing. Like, I can watch it and have no problems with it. But as far as overall the inaccuracies, it drives me crazy.
The inaccuracy of the movie is what makes it overrated. But the lessons that it teaches you in life is underrated.
Major League.
Yep. Major League.
Underrated.
Yep,
underrated. Favorite sports movie of all time.
That's about to say that's one good one. I can't even say anything.
It's in my
else.
top two. It's oh my gosh, it's so quotable.
And it's probably the most quotable
nobody
sports
talks
movie of all
about
time.
it. Yeah. Nobody talks about it.
Not anymore. This younger generation needs to watch it. It's so quotable. It's so funny. It's got everything for everybody. It's got sports. It's got a love story.
Yeah.
It's got baseball, and it's very quotable.
Yeah. Wild Thing. I mean,
it's awesome. Bull Durham.
I'm going to go underrated. That when it comes to story in a sports movie, I don't think it gets any realer than that. Yeah. An old catcher going back down to AAA to catch for a young guy on his way up. I mean,
I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but when I watched it, I really enjoyed it, and I think it's very underrated too. Just the overall fact of like you said, a catcher being able to swallow his pride and go down to AAA and be able to boost somebody else's career.
Rudy.
Overrated.
Way overrated.
Way overrated.
And
I think we're all in the
and that's the thing. Like I'm not a Notre Dame hater, but
it's so slow.
Everybody that tells you the story, that was like on the team with them and stuff like that. Everybody hated Rudy.
Yeah. It's a feel good moment.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But it's so slow. Like it's such slow. Like it's like a 2 hour plus movie. It's like they could have cut half an hour and kept my attention better. This will be fun. Dodgeball.
Underrated.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
If you can dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball. There's other quotes we could probably name off, but probably not for live air.
Yeah, not for live air. There's a lot of good ones.
Yes.
Moneyball.
Overrated.
Yeah, I'd say it's overrated.
Yeah. I'm not a...
Because it paints the team in that movie to look like they were supposed to be a bottom of the barrel team. They
were
perennial
playoff team.
Yeah, they were loaded.
Yeah, it's overrated.
And it doesn't talk about half of the good players on the team. All you hear about Scott Hatterberg because they found an actor that looked like him.
And David Justice.
Yes.
Which I love David Justice.
Well, he only got like 2 or 3 scenes in the movie.
I know. And plus, on top of that, like for some reason, I see Jonah Hill and I want to punch him. I can't explain it. Just something about he has a punchable face.
That's fair.
Yeah. What movie is that from? The Hangover. I just want to look at your face and I want to punch it.
Just punch it.
Hoosiers.
I'm going to go underrated just because it's probably my favorite basketball movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy Cheatwood.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Oh,
I'll say it's a little overrated. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know. I really wasn't into it as much. I guess
I love it too. There's times where it's really slow, and I think there's times it sits on certain topics way too long.
That's how I feel.
But man, once I start playing basketball, then it's pretty historically accurate.
Yeah.
But then, like, I read some of the behind the scenes, like Gene Hackman was just a complete jerk the entire time he was shooting this and thought it was going to lose money.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
Favorite football movie of all time.
Underrated.
And here I am complaining about Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
There's not much historically accurate in this movie, but I love Friday Night Lights.
Because it has them losing the state championship when they lost in the state semifinals. Yeah. But some stuff has happened since then where that Dallas Carter High School was like in trouble for recruiting players or something like that, so they had to forfeit that game.
Have you seen the 30 for 30 about that team featured in it? Watch it. It's,
okay.
Like apparently, like they've won the only state championship by like an inner city Dallas team, and then like all of a sudden like I think a couple guys robbed somebody. And like they have like had an NFL All Pro guy on that team at the same time. A League of Their Own.
Very underrated movie.
Yes,
very underrated movie, especially during that time frame. It's really, very historically based. There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite baseball quotes.
And it's really good. It moves pretty well. It doesn't sit too much. No. I watched it the other day. I'm like, man, I forgot how good this movie is.
It's a one you forget about, but when you sit down and watch it, it's a great movie.
Yes, absolutely.
Great story.
Such a great movie.
Field of Dreams.
You're going to hate me out. Overrated.
I'm going to say a little underrated. I think it's more of kind of like underrated and overrated below. It's teeter-tottering, but I'm going to say underrated.
It's too many White Sox. It's overrated.
There you go. That's all we need to know.
Okay. And it just says Rocky, but okay.
We're going to go with the first one?
Yeah.
Well, all right. What's your favorite Rocky movie?
Rocky 4.
Rocky 3.
I'm Rocky 4. What's your least favorite Rocky movie?
Second one.
Yeah, second one.
I'm with you. I actually don't mind 5, but the second one is just like, good God, just get to him beating up people at this point. Like, it's so, like, Adrian sucks as a character. She just does. She just sucks as a character. Let's go to The Blind Side.
If you asked me 10 years ago, I'd say underrated. If you ask me now, I say overrated. Just because of all the stuff that's come out about the Toohey family, trying to pretty much milk Michael Orr for as much money as they could get out of him. Yep. It's left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth.
Yep, I'm with you. I think it's overrated.
But a fun fact about that movie, Sean Toohey, the dad from that movie, is the all-time assist leader in the SEC, still to this day.
Wow. Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yep.
If Ziegler would have gotten another year, it'd be a different story, but I digress.
Jerry Maguire.
Oh, just show me the money.
Yeah, I think it's
But overrated. I'm going to go a little overrated.
I'm overrated.
I think it's a little underrated. I think the same thing like teeter-totter.
If it was more like Draft Day, I would like it more. Draft Day is good.
Draft Day, I love
underrated.
That's an underrated
and a lot
movie.
of people hate Draft Day.
I don't know why. I love Draft Day, especially me. I love the business side of an organization.
Blue Chips.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's
underrated.
It's got to be very underrated because it wasn't too highly received when it came out back in the 90s.
It's very cult classic-y now, but I mean, the people in the movie and the content that they're talking about and how relevant it is to today, it's really good. Talladega Nights.
Oh gosh,
underrated.
I know a lot of people are going to say underrated, but I got to go a little overrated just because the fact of the overall, the part of NASCAR that they're like, there's no way. I'm sorry that you're going to just put a picker. I know it's the story, but there's no way you're going to put a tire changer or something like that into a race car.
I love it. I quote it all the time. But
it's a funny movie.
It's a little bit overrated if you compare it to other Will Ferrell movies.
Yes.
Like Anchorman's the top of Will Ferrell.
I might change my answer to go with that.
Yeah, but as far as like a good sports movie, it's great.
Yeah, especially NASCAR. There's not really many NASCAR. Well, there is another one.
Yeah, Tin Cup.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Never seen Tin Cup?
It's been a long time.
Kevin Costner?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, if you haven't seen
I've never seen this one.
All right,
I don't really remember it that much.
It's pretty underrated. How about Miracle?
That's
I love the movie, but I feel like it gets because you got to realize. I mean, just historically, just the context of the movie, but it's a little overrated to me.
It's my favorite sports movie,
and I love it. Like it's probably my top 5, but I just feel like it sometimes it gets a little bit too much love, so to speak, just because of the moment.
It's historically accurate, and like everything that they did, I think they decided that they would rather teach hockey players to act than to teach actors how to play hockey, and that's what made it look so good. Just recreating the moments, and having Al Michaels' iconic call in the movie. The game is great. Yeah. The game part is great. What about Varsity Blues? Have you guys never seen
Varsity I've seen Varsity Blues. It's a good movie. Yeah. It's not one of my favorites, but I think it's underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, James
I think it's
Vanderbilt.
kind of it's in the middle, but I'll say it's a little underrated.
Billy Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bob.
I love Billy Bob. It's such a great movie. Okay, if there's what's a sports movie you guys love? That you guys love that does not get enough attention.
Days of Thunder.
Ooh,
Days of Thunder.
Okay, so I have a really, really, really niche pull just because of the way I was a sports fan when this came out. Thunderstruck. The one with
Thunderstruck.
So it's like a Disney movie almost, and it's this little guy that wants to make his high school basketball team, and he goes to a Thunder game in like 2012 or 2013, and he switches basketball talent with Kevin Durant, and I freaking love that movie. It's a terrible movie. I mean, it's not a good movie whatsoever.
No, it's not.
Ever. But I don't know. I just love that movie.
This, and in my opinion, I think these two movies, I'm sure you're probably going to list. Space Jam, underrated. Space Jam 2, overrated. So overrated.
Space Jam never showed up on this. I'm actually pretty surprised by that. Yeah.
Space Jam is so underrated. Even though people know
it's a great movie.
Yeah. Mine is Cinderella Man. I don't know if you've ever seen it with Russell Crowe. It's about Jim Braddock from back in the 1920s during the Depression. It's got Russell Crowe and Renee Zellweger. It does kind of move kind of slow, but it does this like. It's great at the beginning, and then it has this kind of slow, and it really, really builds to this crescendo where he becomes the heavyweight world champion, and a lot of the story is true, and it always grips me every time I watch it because I'm sure we've all felt at some point in time he has this moment where he's at his lowest, and he's they're getting ready to eat. They move from this nice house to this shack, basically in downtown New York City, and him and Renee Zellweger, and she goes, "Okay, now let's pray," and he just gets up and goes, "I'm all prayed out." Like, I'm done praying. I'm all prayed out. And I'm like, man, I have been there so many times. So it's
and I feel like another underrated sports movie that's really good. I love Glory Road.
Yes.
The story about Texas Western.
That's one of my favorites, too.
Love it.
There's another one.
I like it better than Coach Carter.
Yes.
Coach Carter is overrated, in my opinion. I think I like the story behind it with the players and how they came together and how they, trying to get over how they grew up in that town.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but Michael, Everyone's Hero. It's like a animated movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Talks about the kid that whenever the backyard he never got picked, and his dad works at the Yankee Stadium, and Babe Ruth's bat got stolen by Chicago and some of their pitchers and all that stuff.
Okay, so when this movie came out, I'm pretty sure they had a deal with McDonald's because I had the little baseball from the movie, and you could like press a button and it would talk.
Yeah.
So I remember that. Great movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
And, I love Little Big League.
Yeah,
Little Big
when the kid I think it's actually kind of
or the
realistic.
Bad News Bears. That's a good one.
Bad News Bears, and then we haven't mentioned the other Adam Sandler sports movie, The Water Boy.
The Water Boy. That's very underrated.
Very underrated.
So underrated.
McWildy 820.
Gotta love it. Well, coming up next, guys, we're going to play some trivia, and we're going to play a new game that we're going to do leading up to the college football season called Name That Schedule. That is when we return.
Here at Fields & Brown Barbershop, legacy means a lot. We're trying to fill big shoes left by my two uncles and my grandfather, where every haircut came with conversation and every customer left a little taller than when they walked in. The barbershop is about pride. It's about knowing your barber knows your name and your story. Come see us at Fields & Brown Barbershop, where tradition never goes out of style. 3 generations, 1 legacy, your barbershop.
Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
For high school athletes, every game counts. You push your limits and you chase your dreams. But when injury strikes, you need more than just recovery. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedics, we're here to get you back in the game faster and stronger. From cutting-edge treatments to personalized and compassionate care, we're here for your every move. Our specialized team of experts encompass decades of experience in sports-related injuries. Dr. Paul Thomas, Melanie Durham, and Julie Marcus offer the most comprehensive care from diagnosis to recovery. With advanced treatments and tailored rehabilitation plans, we'll help you heal stronger and faster. Trust Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep you at your best because your future is worth it.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. AJ Good here with Michael Marks, Hayden Burks. Guys, we're going to get into some trivia here since we weren't here on Tuesday. It's time to play some Trivia Tuesday. First one, it's a basketball question.
Okay.
Give me the top 10 NBA career playoff assist leaders.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul's number 5.
John Stockton.
Stockton's number 3.
LeBron James.
4. LeBron's number 2.
Okay, so we got the top 4?
Yep.
You haven't got number 1.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah, he
just
said
said
that.
that.
Okay. You haven't
Magic
got
Johnson.
number 1.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So now you have gotten the top 5.
Curry?
No,
See?
Curry
Nope.
wouldn't be in there.
Nope.
James Harden.
Number 8.
So I'm going to say, I'm thinking of old guys.
Russell Westbrook.
No, he's 18th.
Okay. Tony Parker.
Oh,
Number
is this-
6. Number
This is
6.
ever, right?
Yeah, ever.
Okay.
Yeah, number 6. Yeah.
How many more?
So,
Three.
Bob
You've got-
Scoozy in there?
No, you got 10.
Havlicek, are there any, like, old, ancient guys on here?
Well, maybe Magic. That's
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
Everybody else has been somewhat recent, so you're
Okay.
missing 10,
Allen
9,
Iverson.
and 7. Nope.
No, he wasn't in the playoffs that much. 10, 9, and 7. Okay, so they're back in guys.
Jordan's 13, so we'll just
yeah.
go. We'll
About to say, I don't really see
Isaiah
like.
Thomas?
Yeah, I think
Isaiah Thomas, he's 16.
Okay.
Okay. You think KD wouldn't be on there?
No.
So I would say I'm going to old players and I'm getting a bunch of big men. Like Jokic isn't on here.
Durant's
yet.
37th. Jokic
Yeah.
is 36.
Okay.
Okay, young or players that have done it.
All 3 of these are retired. Bob.
Okay.
They are retired. Ray Allen.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Rondo.
Yep.
Yeah, number 7.
I would
Good
say he
job.
passed-
Yeah.
he passed
Yeah.
that
I
one.
was just about to say
I thought that
that.
would be the one that was going to trip
Yeah.
you 2 up.
I would say once you said Ray Allen, I was like, oh, dude, Rondo and the Celtics
Yeah.
are in the playoffs every
That's
year. and he was
literally what
dropping
my
like,
next
He was
guess
dropping
was
like
gonna be
12 assists a
Rondo.
game.
So you're missing 10 and 9.
Of course, the bottom. two.
Steve Nash.
No, number 10. So you're
Okay.
missing
Okay.
number
Makes me
9.
want to say a Laker. Definitely not Kobe.
Derek Fisher.
Yeah. Guy that's
Kobe's
retired,
actually
but
number
been
12.
recent, yeah.
What?
Yeah, Pippen's number 11. Draymond's number 14. The late great Dennis Johnson from the Celtics, 15.
Yeah,
Jerry West is 17. Westbrook, 18. Curry, 19. Bob Cousy, 20.
Number 9.
Dwayne Wade's 25.
Okay. Guys that. Oh shoot, what was his name?
He's a legend.
Yeah.
From the 80s and
From
early
the
90s.
80s and early 90s. 80s, early 90s. Gosh.
I would say if you're thinking 80s and 90s, I'm
80s and
thinking
90s.
like early 90s. I'm thinking Celtics, Lakers, and like Nick Van Exel.
Think about the other team you mentioned.
Joe Dumars?
No.
Oh.
You said Celtics and Lakers. Think about the Celtics.
Danny Ainge. Is it Danny Ainge? No.
Bird. 80s and 90s. Bird.
Number 9.
Okay.
So,
I wouldn't have guessed that, but it makes sense.
Bird could swing it around.
Magic has 2,346 assists. LeBron 2095. Stockton 1839. Kidd 12. Wow, that's a big drop off.
1,800 to 1,200.
Yeah, 1263. Paul 1233. Parker 1143. Rondo 1136. Harden 1125, Bird 1062, and Nash 1061. So that is your top 10 there. Now we're going to go to the NFL.
Whew.
Can you name me the teams? The team with the most home playoff wins in NFL history.
Packers.
No, they are not number one. They're 23-7 all time at home in the playoffs, but they are not number one.
The Vikings?
The Vikings are 14-11 all time.
Oh, wow. I thought they won more than that.
So I got like two or three more guesses. San Francisco.
Number one, 29-10, a 744 winning percentage.
Well, I was going to go San Francisco, Pittsburgh, and then why did I say Tom Brady? New England.
The Patriots are second, 25-9. The Steelers are third at 24-13. I think the Packers are fourth, sitting there at 23-7. Fifth, the Cowboys, 22-13.
They were good.
The Raiders are actually pretty good at home, 20-6. The Bears are 12-10. The Lions 7-2 at home. Again, they haven't played that much.
Yeah.
Washington 14-7. The Rams 15-9. The Cardinals are 5-1 at home all time in the playoffs.
And the only loss I believe was to Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina in 2015.
The Browns 9-6. The Colts 12-8. Titans 6-8. Chargers 6-8. The Jets are 4-3. The Bills are 17-7.
And
that was one. That was probably going to be one of my guesses.
Chiefs 17-9. Dolphins 16-8. Broncos 19-9. The Falcons 6-5, and the Buccaneers 8-6. Are your all-time? So
Makes
the 49ers
sense,
29-10. And I don't think they've lost a home playoff game since freaking Kyle Williams dropping that punt against Eli and the Giants.
Yeah.
in the NFC champ win.
In 2011,
So I don't think they've lost a home playoff.
2012, something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they haven't lost a home playoff game since
then.
they've been in the new stadium.
Yep.
Okay, one final trivia. This will go into college football. Can you name me the team that has played the most bowl games in their home stadium?
My mind immediately went Florida, just because the Gator Bowl used to be at the Swamp.
But it's not there.
It's not Florida. Oh. I
want to say Big 12.
I'm going to give you a minute. I think I got it.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. You go ahead and say if you think you got it, but I'm just guessing Big 12.
Is it Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Hawaii Bowl. They always play in the Hawaii Bowl.
Yep, right behind
That's not
them.
Big 12, but
right behind them is San Diego State because they played at the Holiday Bowl a lot in their home stadium. And surprisingly, right behind that is New Mexico.
Okay.
The New Mexico Bowl.
The Mexico
they played
Bowl,
in like 4 of the 5 first New Mexico Bowls.
Well, I just remember I watched this YouTube video, and it was about Hawaii football, and it was talking about like Colt Brennan and Tommy Chang and all those guys in the early 2000s. It was looking at the bowl games that Hawaii's played in. Hawaii Bowl, and then they played like the Sugar Bowl one year against Georgia and got smoked.
I just kind of look at the map geographically, and I'm like, okay, East Coast, there's no way I don't think anybody would have to go out west.
All right, now it's time to play Name That Schedule. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you home and away or neutral site. If there is a neutral site, I'm not going to tell you where the neutral site is.
Okay.
So we will start in the SEC. Opening week at home versus Alabama A&M. Next week, I guess you can call this a neutral site against Arkansas State. The week after that, they're at Ole Miss. Week after that, they're at Memphis. Then they're home versus Notre Dame. After a bye week, they're at Tennessee. Then they're home versus Texas A&M, home versus Auburn, home versus Mississippi State. After a bye week, they're at LSU, at Texas, and they finish the season at home against Missouri.
We both got it when you said Notre Dame, Arkansas.
All right. I thought Arkansas State was going to be the giveaway at a neutral site, but
as soon as you said Notre Dame, I looked at Michael. He looked at me, and we were like, "Yep, we are going."
All right, let's go to the Big Ten.
Now, I would say these actually might be pretty hard.
On a Thursday night at home against Miami of Ohio. Following week at home against MTSU. Then they are at Alabama. Back home the next week against Maryland. Week off at Michigan. Home versus Iowa. Home versus Ohio State. At Oregon. Week off, home versus Washington. At Indiana. Home versus Illinois. Then they finish the season at Minnesota.
Well, that's a brutal schedule.
Yeah, it is. Give me
Wisconsin.
Yep. The Badgers.
The Badgers.
Oh, you guys are 2 for 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Alabama gave that one away.
I was about to say Alabama.
I got to ramp this up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Oklahoma. Oh, my God.
Well,
I'll go with Oklahoma State here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Oklahoma State, too.
I knew I was going to do that. I absolutely knew. Now I got to change it. All right, I got to throw.
Change different Big 12.
Here we go. I'll use it next week. Just
yeah.
All right,
Ask
here we
Clint
go.
Dusty.
Yeah. The Liberty, the Bales.
The Bales.
All right, Big 12 schedule. On Saturday, August 23rd, at home versus Fresno State. Following week on a Friday at home versus Wagner. Then the following week at Missouri. Week off, home versus West Virginia, home versus Cincinnati. Then at UCF, at Texas Tech. Week off, home versus Kansas State, home versus Oklahoma State, at Arizona. Week off at Iowa State. Finish the season at home versus Utah.
Is it Kansas?
That's what I was about
Oh, my
to say.
gosh.
Kansas, yeah. I heard Missouri, and I thought Kansas, yeah.
3 for 3. You guys are awesome.
Well, we've been talking about non-conference opponents.
We were literally
in the
talking
SEC.
about that Missouri and Kansas game in what year was it? 2017?
2007.
Oh, 7.
We are going to the ACC right now, gentlemen.
Okie dokie.
Opening up on a Friday at home versus Kennesaw State. The following week at home versus Western Carolina. Then on a Thursday, they host NC State. Week off, home versus Georgia Tech. So they start 4 straight home games. Then they go at Virginia Tech, at Oregon State. Week off, home versus SMU, at Florida State, at Virginia. Then back home versus North Carolina, Delaware. Then they finish the season at Duke.
Ooh. See, this is the one that didn't have an SEC team on it, so.
Oregon State, that's a trip.
Oh, yeah, they go there.
Cal?
Who?
Cal?
Nope.
For some reason, I'm feeling like it's Wake. Is it Wake Forest?
I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that.
What tipped it off?
I don't know. Well, I was sitting here
I
listening
heard
to
Duke
the
and I
teams you
thought
were.
Cal.
I was listening to the teams you were saying, and I'm like, okay. Well, I know it's not Virginia Tech because you didn't say Vanderbilt, not Virginia. You said them, and you said all the other schools in North Carolina. I was like, it's got to be Wake.
Yeah.
If not, it's like Stanford.
Yeah. That's literally, I was thinking like West Coast ACC teams.
Well, the Oregon State made me think West Coast, and I'm like, no.
Or have you guys seen Oregon State and Washington State's schedule? It is
Brutal.
funky.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, I would say they're not in a conference.
Let's just look it up for fun's sake.
Okay,
here.
Oregon State. You start off with Cal at home, Fresno at home.
That's why I thought
at
that.
Texas Tech, at Oregon, at home against Houston, at Appalachian State, at home against Wake, they at home against Lafayette. And that doesn't look like Louisiana Lafayette. That looks like a
no. That's a FCS school in Pennsylvania.
At home against Washington State, at home against Sam Houston, at Tulsa, and at Washington State. So they do a home and home in the same year. I like that.
So, well, Washington State's home versus Idaho, which finished in the top 4 in the FCS last year.
They gave it. We're going to scare week one.
Yep. Home versus San Diego State, at North Texas, home versus Washington, at Colorado State, week off, at Ole Miss, at Virginia, home versus Toledo, at Oregon State, week off, home versus Louisiana Tech, at James Madison, Oregon State. And
Gosh, they're going across the country like 3 times.
They are. They are. Okay, now for the group of 5 schedule I'm going to throw out there to you.
Yeah, this one's good luck.
Opening up on Saturday versus Austin Peay, following week at Wisconsin, then at Nevada, home versus Marshall, at Kennesaw State, week off, home versus Missouri State, week off, at Delaware, then home versus Jacksonville State, FIU, at Western Kentucky, home versus Sam Houston, and then they finish the season at New Mexico State.
So it's a Conference USA.
Yep, that's definitely what
There
that
you go.
is. Conference USA teams. It's not Memphis. I don't think it's Memphis.
They haven't been in Conference USA in a bit.
It's not. It's not Western Kentucky because you said that.
I just think of WKU in my head instantly goes to Memphis.
Like Georgia State.
No, they're actually Sun Belt.
Oh, I get the Sun Belt and the Conference USA mixed up.
How dare you?
JMU?
No, James Madison, Sun Belt.
Okay, so I just don't even know what conference I'm talking about.
Finally stumped you guys. Finally did it.
New Mexico State is the one that's giving me some fits right now. Because I just can see teams that play them, but
that they end at New Mexico State.
That's
Is it one of the Texas teams?
Nope.
No.
It's not. Okay. I was about to say the Bobcats. Huh.
Now, Texas State is, they're trying to leave, but they're for the time being, they're Sun Belt.
I was thinking like UTEP or UTSA, but I guess they're not Sun Belt either.
No, UTEP is. What is UTEP? Are they American?
Oh, they might be.
Yeah, they're in the American.
Yeah.
UTEP's an American. Yeah.
No, UTEP is Conference USA.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Now it has a
I'm
picture of
out.
UTSA. I'm going to tap.
Yep.
Right down the road.
Oh, is it MTSU?
It's MTSU schedule.
Oh.
I thought the Wisconsin
thinking-
part was going to tip you off because I read Wisconsin's schedule.
That's right, because didn't MTSU and New Mexico State sign like a little contract saying they're going to play each other like every season now too, or something?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean,
I know in softball they play them all the time.
Well, they're in the same league
Yeah.
now, and I actually just because my wife was gone, I took my son to the regular season finale when they played each other at MTSU last year. It was a great game, and I had a lot of fun. And there's nobody there, which there's never anybody there.
Stop.
I don't. What is it? Women's basketball the only sport they draw for? Men's basketball they do pretty good.
Yeah, because they haven't been good at football since Rick Stockstill's son was the
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah.
And baseball, not.
Yeah.
Well, baseball, they're always famous for having like a team ERA close to 10.
All right, I'm going to throw one more FCS, one more at you just for fun because our show's about to close. So I'm just going to throw one more group of 5 schedule your way. Okay, home versus Idaho State, at Sam Houston State, home versus UCLA, week off at Miami of Ohio, week off at Wyoming, home versus Air Force, at Boise State, week off, home versus New Mexico, at Colorado State, home versus Utah State, home versus Hawaii, and they finish the season at Nevada.
See, I was going to say Colorado State until you said them. So I'm. UNLV?
What gave it away?
I was thinking Mountain West and you said Boise. And you said Utah State, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I thought because they're trying to do what the SEC and the Big Ten are doing, put a rivalry at the end.
Yep.
And them and Nevada's. It's not like some of the other
But
rivalries.
it's a pretty good
for them. It's a big.
It's
rivalry.
getting pretty good.
And hey, listen, UNLV's might be a fun team to watch this year. Dan Mullen there,
and they still got that offensive coordinator who's doing some good things. So
UNLV might be the team to watch for that Group of 5 spot in the playoff.
And that UCLA game at home, because they do play at Allegiant Stadium.
That's a big one, because they could very well take that game, because UCLA was 3-9 last year.
Watching Nico go down in Sin City.
I'm not going to hate watch it, but that would be a funny game to watch.
I'm hate watching it. I'm not even a Tennessee fan, and I'm going to hate watch it. Well, guys, another good show here and another good week here on X Sports Live. We'll be back to our regular schedule as far as we know. We'll see what happens with the American Legion 19U state tournament. Me and this guy will be back at it on Sunday. That'll be at Columbia State. Columbia post-19 against Murfreesboro. 19U.
Be a good one.
Just 2 teams, so it's the best 2 out of 3. They're going to play 2 on Sunday and 1 on Monday if necessary. So keep you guys posted on all of that. So for Michael Marks, Hayden Burks, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys next week.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.